Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Riding on Ruby. Well, as you can see, Ruby's in the house. So if you didn't see the short that I made of Ruby coming in the house, I'm going to make a little bit of a longer video this time. So I have a security camera clip from when I rode up the ramp onto the porch. I'm going to see if I could somehow get that onto the iPad so I can put it into this video. So I can't promise that I could get that in there, but anyways. And my daughter and her boyfriend ended up getting a cake in celebration for Ruby coming in and being safe during the winter. So I'm going to put a picture of that in there too soon. All right, so here's the story. Friday, November 10th, we had off from school because it was the celebration of Veterans Day. So I ended up doing that last ride video. So hopefully you saw the last ride video. And it wasn't bad. It was like 40 something, the low or mid 40s. Wasn't bad. So I decided that the weather's going to be getting really cold in the 20s, whatever. So I figured, you know what, let's get Ruby in the house. There's not going to be much riding. It could snow at any minute. You know, we never know here in southern New England. So, long story short, I decided to take Ruby to go down and hang out with the guys on Saturday rather than to have them come here, unlock the gate, unlock the shed, take the two cable locks off of Ruby, unplug her, get her, you know, all that stuff. You know, these people are going to be standing out in the cold for like, 15, 20 minutes just to try to get her onto the porch. So I figured, well, it was cold. It was 36 degrees Fahrenheit. And I bundled it all up. And it wasn't too bad, but let me tell you, I forgot to grab the little I got this like skull face mask. I'll show it to you over here. You put this on your face. It's like a rubbery, foamy type thing or whatever. The lighting in this room is horrible. I got a ring light on, but anyway, so I forgot to put that on because I was a little bit running behind. So I just went down. Boy, let me tell you, my face was stinging so bad. I felt like I got hit by about 20 bees. But anyways, this way I was able to just, when we were ready to break up, the hangout, I'm like, guys, I'll meet you at the house. And I just rode home right up the ramp. This way, by the time they got there, it was ready to go. Pick her up, rolled her in up her board, and that was it. So here she is again in the house. So one of the problems that I had was that I've been using for about 2 years now these Willie G copycats foot pegs because I wanted to add some chrome, and I have a bunch of other Willie G stuff on there, like the foot pad, which you really can't see, and the nuts, and then over here the big ear cleaner cover. Man, the lighting in this place is horrible. And maybe you could see that a little bit better. But anyway, so in the Willie pad brake pedal. So anyways, long story short, sorry about walking all around, but so anyways, long story short, that these aftermarket pegs don't stay up. Like this is their stock one. See, that'll stay up. The other ones didn't. So I was more concerned about the brake side because that was getting close to some of these wooden columns that we have over here trying to come through. I got these big columns in my living room, and it was getting caught up on near that. So I had to keep lifting up the brake side one and holding it while we get Ruby all the ways back into the room, put the kickstand down, and then Al comes walking behind me, showing me the shifter side. So I got a better picture to show like what the inside, but the inside of this looks like it's all like some type of like a powder that hardened or something. I can't remember what you call that. I don't think that's cast aluminum or pig iron. I don't know. I just don't remember it. So somebody out there knows, let me know what that's actually called. But luckily I save every stock part that came with Ruby. So I ended up putting on this one again. If you could even see that, the original rubber one, which also matches the rubber one for the passenger pegs, and that stays up. And this is the one that broke, and I was worried. I'm glad it happened though, because with it breaking over here, it didn't bend any of this or the shifter or anything, so it snapped without messing everything up. But then again, also, it also reminds me too that, let's just say I was going over, like, say, train tracks or something, and I decided to stand up because I had the mid controls. So I wanted to stand up, and then all of a sudden, snap, they come down. Oh, that could have been an issue. Or maybe even after wear and tear, they could have just snapped on me, and what am I going to do? So in a way, it was a good thing that happened. So at least I got the original ones on. And a little bit of the story with that one was, on this one over here, that you can't even see, but over here on this one, the snap ring pin is on the bottom over here. Well, you can't even see it, but it's on the bottom. It's very accessible to get to. But the one on the brake side, and I'll get the light, if you could see that, that one's buried in this little tiny hole between the muffler underneath it and the bracket for the brake pedal above the muffler. And that I had to go looking around and searching for the 90-degree angle heads that goes on the snap ring pliers. So, and of course, so it gets worse than this. So I end up getting off this side wasn't broken, the Willie G one. They were craters, so the crater one wasn't broken. So I got the snap ring off, but when I got it off, I ended up snapping one of the little tips where the pins go into. So I figured, well, I'm just going to put it back on. It still should be good enough. I'll just kind of force it on there. Well, I tried to do that, and the thing just went boom. It flew somewhere and never to be seen again. So I ended up going to the local parts store, O'Reilly's, and they had an 18-pack of various sizes of the split rings. It was like $5.99, no big deal. So I came home and I put the one on the brake side, I put that on too. So now I'm back to the originals, which I'm happy with, because they were original, number one, and number two, I know these things are sturdy. They're the proper ones. They stay up if you need them to be lifted up. So that's kind of a little bit of the story that, we ended up breaking Ruby. Boy, someday I got to get some better lighting in here. I mean, I got 2 bulbs up there, but they're not doing much. But you can't even see poor little Ruby. I'll get this ring light and see if I can put her now. But there she is. She's in the house, all nice and safe and sound. I got my toolboxes. I got one over there, one over there. This is kind of like a man cave. One person said that. They're like, wow, that's a cool man cave. Well, not really. It's just a garage inside my den, my house. But at least Ruby's gonna be safe from the cold temperatures. I do still have her plugged in with the battery tender because it's gonna be a long 6 months. And who knows, with her sitting here, I might start looking through Harley.com or something and start adding different things on here and there. I don't know. I really don't want to add too much more. I'm kind of happy with all the mods that I did. And maybe I'll do another video at some point on just highlighting all the mods when I could get some better lighting here, in case people didn't see that one. So I mean, that's about it. I can't believe we broke that, or I don't know. I'm not blaming it on anybody, but you know, we broke the Ruby. But it was like I said again, it's a good thing because those things I didn't realize that they were cheap and like stuffed on the inside or hollow, whatever you want to call it. They're just pretty bad. So at least this way, I know that they're nice and sturdy now, and we'll be able to get ready to ride for the spring. All right, people, that's about it. I'll try to get those pictures put in there somewhere so you can see in that little video from the security camera, if I could get that from my phone to the iPad, because it won't let me mail it or whatever. So I'm going to use a card reader and take it off the phone, put it on the card, and then load it back into the iPad with the card reader. See if that's going to work. All right, as usual, people, don't forget, go check out Red Ryder in Canada and Hippie Trev in Australia. And, you know, you guys all be safe out there. See you in the next video. Peace.